black girl nerds. Better shake your booties for black girl nerds.
Hi, I'm KB with Black Girl Nerds.
Black Girl Nerds.
Yeah.
I've worked with them before.
BGN.
BGN, yeah. So we're the BGN group.
All right.
Yeah, so thank you guys for doing this interview. I really appreciate it. So a question for just both of you. With this being kind of a sci-fi Western mashup, what other films or characters did you guys look to for inspiration for Roland and Walter?
I looked for some Malcolm McDowell and Clockwork Orange.
Oh.
I looked for Hitler's second in command, the Minister of Enlightenment.
Jean Reno in The Professional, Leon.
Yeah.
I liked that character, yeah. The source material is so rich, so much there, to sort of draw on. So I didn't watch too many films, but I really wanted to nurture this sort of stoic character that has a presence. I play a couple of stoic guys, but
Right.
but this guy particularly in a different way.
Okay. And so I have to ask, did you guys read the books, prior to signing on or once you got the role?
I did once I got the role.
Okay.
The script worked on its own.
Right.
And I knew nothing about the Dark Tower novels. And the script was worthy of being made into a film, in my opinion, just in its script form.
Oh, wow.
So then I went and looked at the books.
Right.
Yeah, I read half of the Gunslinger
Okay.
during the film, and then the rest after it.
Okay. So I'd be remiss if I didn't ask, how much involvement really did Stephen King have? Did he provide any additional insight for your characters?
Well, Stephen, look, he obviously, his legwork was, this thing's been trying to
Years
get made
before.
for 10 years.
Right.
And I'm sure he had full approval of everything. So for 10 years, he was obviously working it and not happy enough to say, yes, go forward with probably the script, the director with possible cast, and here we go. He approved us to take the books into film.
Okay.
I just transferred one email with him, and I said, just give me a launch pad line.
Right.
And he just said, look, Walter's got the world by the strings, and he's got a Cheshire grin to doing what he's doing.
Okay.
So that was that for me.
I met Stephen on the set. We said hello. He was very sort of respectful of the process. They want to get in our space, and by that point, we had done our work. But he was very, very supportive from the jump. On emails and on Twitter.
Oh, wow.
It was he's a lovely guy, and he's very precious about his work. So I felt very honored to be sort of in his. Stephen King knows me. What?
Right.
I was like, okay, great.
Right. So I do have a question for you in terms of Roland. So Roland kind of enters into this partnership with Jake, this unlikely partnership sort of, with this young kid. So what does Jake teach Roland kind of while they're on this journey?
It's a great question. I think, when you meet Roland, you realize that he is a tortured man. He's a ghost of a man, a shell of a man. His heart is really heavy and dark, vengeance. And Jake sort of opens his perspective a little bit about what he's being asked to do. Jake sees him in a prophecy, and he says, I see you fighting the man in black, but I also see you being a hero. He's like, I'm not a hero. And I think Jake awakens, the spirit of the L, the spirit of the gunslinger, which is dead. He hasn't said the mantra until he sees Jake again. And that sort of brings it all up to him. He and Jake have one thing in common is that they both lost their fathers. Mm-hmm. And so I think that, Jake humanizes Roland. He's like a stone when you meet him,
Okay, and so one final question just for you.
Yes.
So why this villain and why now? Like, what is it about the feud between Walter and Roland that kind of drew you to this character?
Well, one, it was an original script. It wasn't a sequel to another tentpole that's already out there. I haven't done anything like this. I wanted to hop into the big sci-fi action adventure summer blockbuster world,
Right.
You know, with the possibility of doing 2 or 3 more
Right.
in success. You know, our relationship, Walter and Roland, goes back thousands of years. Walter's, you know, decimated a whole long lineage of his family, and it's sort of a very sick and twisted love story from my point of view, because without me, there's no him. I believe without, you know, him, there's no me.
Right.
Wait, what? Love story? Wait, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, hold on.
You didn't see
Whoa,
this
This is
part,
a
did
new.
you?
This is a new angle.
This
that we
is
can
a very new angle.
Well, you just won Rear of the Year.
Seriously, bro?
It was about time.
It's early.
Well, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys talking to us at Black Girl Nerds.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Better shake your booties for Black Girl Nerds. Better shake your booties for Black Girl Nerds.